So we're going to start out on the lathe today. I am going to take this piece of wood over and cut it round-ish on the bandsaw. I'm not positive what kind of wood this is. I think maybe when we get further into it, maybe I'll get an idea of what it is. Has a lot of spalting to it, so I like that part. I'm going to be able to spend about 500, and I'm going to start by knocking off some edges and working on some kind of shape. All right, let's get spinning. I think I'm kind of where a shape that I like, and I have got a bunch of wormholes. So I've got a plan for the inside, but I am going to try to leave this because I like that look. But I am also going to try to fill some of these wormholes. That's kind of rough. I might have to go through and dig out what I need to. I'm not going to put epoxy in it. We're going to try something different. Okay, I've got all the wormholes cleaned out, and I did put just some sanding sealer on it to kind of help protect the wood from what I'm going to be doing here in a little bit. There's a few little holes here, and there's of course a big old mess on this side of holes. But I am gonna work on the base here, and because I'm gonna put a glue block on it, I'm gonna take this all down and cut a recess in it because I'm gonna do something in the bottom of the bowl also. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down, and after I get this all straightened out, we'll go over to the workbench and I will show you what I'm gonna do with the wormholes and what I'm gonna do with the base. I'm gonna try something new today. I got some of this magic pour. It is really made for pouring this into molds, making like coasters or things like that. So this came with the kit. That's probably, you know, I'll maybe use that some other time, but I'm more interested in to see if it'll work combining it with wood. You get a scooper, some mixing cups, some sandpaper, and a mixing utensil. Let me move this box out of the way. And you get some acrylic paints to mix in with your mix. So my intention is to mix it and put it in the wormholes. Not in the base, but in the wormholes. For this next step, I am going to put some UV resin down in here and cure it. And we're going to start out there because I'm just going to put enough on here to maybe seal off the wood so it does not hopefully release any air whenever I go to use my fast cure. Oh no, what'd you do, lady? Oops. That's a hot mess. Oh, what was you doing? A disaster out of this video. Oops. Don't forget, you just take off the cap. That is soaking down in there. I'm gonna try to scrape back some of this because I did get it on so heavy. Okay, for this part of the project, I'm going to use the Fast Cure. Let's Resin Epoxy. And I am going to put just a toothpick's worth of purple orchid, I believe that's what that, and that's just a regular alcohol ink. Then after I mix it up and I pour it in here, I'm only going to do a small amount. Got the Let's Resin Metallic alcohol inks, so I am going to use a gold, the metallic gold, the rose gold, the rich gold, the black. These are all potential colors. We're going to see what I think of those. There is a black silver also is some of the ones I'm going to use. I'm not absolutely positive about the regular gold and the rose gold. They just may be options. And then I'm going to use the Sinker White that is just the regular alcohol ink. And the reason I'm telling you guys all this is because I'm just going to have you watch. I'm going to try not to talk so we can kind of speed this thing along and make it not last forever. So we'll jump ahead once I've got this mixed up, because it'll take a while for the bubbles to kind of come down, and I've got to open up all these guys. Okay, so I have seen these techniques done on like Pouring Your Heart Out and Daniel Cooper, I think it is. And on Ben Works, he has done Petri art more recently too. So I'm just kind of going off what they did, and we'll see. We'll see what it's going to be like. Hold this piece of black. Okay. I don't know, but okay. Oh, I think I got too much color in there. I think it's all just sitting on the top of it. I don't think any of it's sinking. I don't think so. Especially that gold. I think that gold was too heavy. Too much gold. I'm gonna have an ugly mess down in there. An ugly mess, pretty sure. Pretty sure. Man, I think I can take some of that gold back out of there. I don't think I can. This is not the way you do it, by the way. This is not at all the way you're supposed to do this. technique. Alright, let's just quit farting with it. Because that white sure didn't do anything. It's just not sinking down in there. I think my resin's too much. Okay, we're gonna quit playing with it because I'm sure I've made a royal mess out of it. So that didn't quite go to plan, but we did it. So, well, I did it. I'm gonna let this set overnight. I'm gonna watch it for a little bit, see if there's any air bubbles. So here we are. This is all dry, of course. I mean, I ended up having to let it set overnight to wait for the epoxy to cure, and then I just put a few thin layers of the UV resin. I was going to do black, but I've just decided to stick with clear until I see what kind of a mess I've made on the inside. So we're going to go ahead and sand this back. It's going to get noisy. I'll do some tooling up here. Okay, you guys know the drill. Gotta clean out these wormholes and fill them. You can see where some of the filling came all the way through in places, but yeah. So I'm gonna clean and I'm gonna fill. Since you guys have seen that process, I won't bother you with it again. We'll get this filled up and I'll get it sanded back. Okay, we're going to go on with some sanding sealer. Yee, that's probably a lot. Ugh. Too much. Yeah, I'm going to go on with both sanding pastes. What do you guys think about this week's project? I love the wood. We're going to start out with that. Using the magic pour. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And then my experiment at making Petri art or whatever. I definitely need to practice that technique before I just go slinging it into a bowl. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that first. That way we can talk about the rest of the bowl all together. So, yeah, there we go. Nothing too exciting. The color, the lighting is going to be hard for you guys to see that. And I'll show it to each camera and we'll take the best angle. You're supposed to see the colors coming, well, it's just supposed to look a little more 3D-ish. We'll show the ends. Let me see if you guys can see things any better. Probably not. And from a distance, yeah, well, from a distance, it probably looks better. So, I'm a little disappointed on the inside. I was super excited about doing a reveal and coming up with a really cool design on the inside. Like I said, never tried it before I just tried it in. This is the first time, and of course I stick it in a bowl, you get what you get. So I need to practice those techniques because clearly, yeah. So the back side is this. It looks way cooler than the inside. I think some of my struggles was the colors I picked out, and the metallic alcohol ink that I used. I think was maybe not the best choice for it to drop. But you know, like I said, I think I just need to do a lot more experimenting, you know, because I mean that was just a matter of dropping it in and swirling it, so I got a nice, interesting look on the backside. Let me put that closer up to you. The lights are not going to show well. Let me put it over here, maybe over here you can see better. So since I cut the groove, I decided to add these chrome markers. They're have a gold and silver, and I actually did a combination of the gold and the silver because they're really, really shiny, and I was just trying to tone them down so that it matched with that. And that's what you see in this ring right here. So now let's talk about the really, really good things on this bowl. The spalting is beautiful. I love the little natural stuff I left there. The grain is beautiful. There's some chatoyance throughout. Of course, it's all messed up by a bunch of worms. I'm not taking full responsibility for it. And I know somebody's probably going to say, you should have just put coffee grounds in there. And I probably should have, because it probably would have looked a little better. But, you know, unless we experiment, we don't know how things will work. I think there is maybe a place in the wood turning world for this magic pour. I just have to figure it out. This was, of course, a place that a piece broke off, and I just didn't want to lose too much height, so that was just a design opportunity. So, yeah, the spalting, spectacular. I couldn't have asked for better spalting. I could have asked for no worms. Not as many. I mean, I knew there would be a few, but I was hoping for not as many. The chatoyance down in here. What do you guys think? That was a lot to unpack. you know, because I can't just try one thing at a time. I got to try this and that, but I don't know. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think of this week's project. See if, of course, you're interested in anything that I use from Let's Resin, which all this stuff was Let's Resin products. Go down in the description below, put in my discount code Vicky10, and that'll give you a 10% discount if you purchase something through the links down below. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out till the end of this video. Don't forget to leave a comment. That'll put you in the next giveaway down below, and it doesn't matter what it is, just let me know what you think. So we're going to throw her in the picture box, and you guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the flip side.